Is it the same boyfriend that made you cry all through 2024 that you want to carry inside 2025? Is it the same friends that regularly body shame you that you want to carry to 2025? Is it the same ekele that you use for TM that you want to use for your wedding? A while ago, I was watching this TikTok video and the creator said something that deeply resonated with me. She said, your romantic partner will be the one to see you through the death of your parents. So choose wisely. That statement really had me thinking, but not just about romantic relationships, but even about other kinds of relationships. By the way, when I talk about relationships, I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, even though that's kind of like what people center these days. When you say relationship, people only think of romantic relationships. However, on this channel, whenever I am talking about relationships, I'm talking about romantic relationships and friendships. Now, familiar relationships are also a kind of relationship, right? But I like to talk about familiar relationships separately because of the unique dynamic, especially the kind of unique dynamic we have in African societies. So for the purpose of this channel, whenever I talk about relationships, just know I'm talking about romantic relationships and friendships. That statement helped me realize that it is important to have relationships with people who can mourn with you, who can be there with you when you are mourning. I've always known that it's important to be friends and to be in romantic relationships with people who can help you navigate the ups and the downs of life. But someone mentioning the death of parents, it just helped me realize, you know what, very soon we are going to be the new adults. We are getting, if you're in your early 20s, you're in your mid 20s, or even your late 20s, shit's going to get real very soon. Things are going to get very real. You're going to be the new adults. We're going to be the one who have aged parents. We're going to be the one dealing with life. And you want to be surrounded with people who can make life easier for you. They can make your sweet moments sweeter and can make your bitter, bad moments bearable. But before we go into the business of today, before we do what we are here to do, let me ask you a question. Is it the same boyfriend that made you cry all through 2024 that you want to carry inside 2025? Is it the same friends that regularly body shame you that you want to carry to 2025? Is it the same ekele that you use for TM that you want to use for your wedding? I'm sure a lot of us have already written down our New Year 2025 resolutions, or you're already thinking of how you can make the quality of your life better in 2025. But let me tell you something. The quality of your life cannot really change if you don't have these two people in your life, or you're surrounded with people who do not do these two things for you. One, people who are there for you when you are celebrating, and two, people who are there for you when you're mourning. Whether it's a romantic partner or your friends, you want the people in your life to be there for you on these two occasions. Like I said before, one thing we will realize as adults is that life is full of ups and downs. You need people who can be there for you during the ups, and you need people who can be there for you during the down. I talk a lot about interpersonal relationships because I know just how important it is to have quality interpersonal relationships. I know how far your interpersonal relationships can take you in ensuring that you have a quality life. Your friends, your romantic partner can make or break you. That is just how it works. Sometimes you meet people and they're so insecure, so self-conscious, and then you get to meet their partners and you get to meet their friends and you understand why they're like that. In the same vein, you meet some people, they're so self-assured, so confident in themselves. When you meet their partner, you meet their friends, you realize just why they are the way they are. It's because they have strong backing. You want to give yourself that. That's the best thing you can do for yourself as an adult. One of the best things you can do for yourself as an adult on this journey through life is to fill your life with people who can be present for you, people who are there. You want to fill your life with quality people, with quality relationships. If you can fill your life with quality people, you are halfway to having a quality life. You've done the better half of having a quality life, because your relationships can determine who you're going to be. So as you go into the new year, you want to take stock of your life. You want to review your relationships. Ask yourself, are my people the kinds of people that will be there for me when I'm celebrating? That's one. Two, are my people the kinds of people that will be there for me when I am mourning? Now, you may not have seen much when it comes to achievements and losses. However, you can tell now the kinds of people that will be there for you when the big wins happen, when the big L's happen, because these things are going to happen. Let this be the last year that you entertain in your life people who cannot be genuinely happy for you. Let this be the last year. Let this be the last year that you have people in your life that you cannot even share your good news with, because you know that it's going to be one thing or the other. They either ignore you, they don't say congratulations. Some people have it so bad that they can't even compliment their romantic partners and friends. You don't want people like that around you. So you're leaving your boyfriend's house, you get all dolled up, you look good, and then your boyfriend is looking at you like, okay, bye. Bye. And then you step out of the house and everyone's like, oh my God, you look so good. You look so amazing. Oh my goodness, you look good. But your boyfriend could not even say a word and he saw you. Some people actually do this thing where they withhold compliments so that you are never really aware of your greatness. You're never really aware of your beauty. You don't want people like that around you. You want people that can compliment you, that can say, you look wonderful. My friend, you look good. My friend, congratulations. I watched the show you put on yesterday. It was nice. It was amazing. I read the article you wrote. It was amazing. They compliment your work. So even before outsiders start coming and giving you, telling you, oh, you did well, your friends have told you, your man has told you. That's how it should be. Now, external validation is not as important as internal validation, but it's also very important. So you want to have people who can validate you. They are not afraid to tell you, hey, you are excellent. You're on point. You don't think it takes anything from them if they can acknowledge how good you look, how well you work, how deserving you are of your promotion, of your whatever milestone that you've reached. Ask yourself this question: are my friends and romantic partners the kinds of people that can show up for me and be there for me when I'm celebrating? Because if they can't be there for the little wins that you had now, how are they going to handle the big wins that are coming in the future? How are they going to handle it? You don't want people like that in your future. If you're really serious about having a quality life, you're really serious about winning, then why would you want to surround yourself with people who cannot be there for you when you are winning? Think about it. Don't carry this ekele that cannot celebrate you into 2025. Okay? You want to surround yourself with people who can be there for you when you are mourning. So people don't want to be there for you when you're sad. They don't even want to be there for you when you're experiencing any sort of negative emotion or having any sort of negative experience. They can be there for you when you're celebrating. They will come, they will jolly, they will dance. They are there. When everything is sweet, they are there. When you experience the first negative thing, you will never see them. You don't want people like that in your life. Because as I've said before, life is full of ups and downs. Things are going to happen. For some of us, those things are already happening, or those things have happened. How did your friends handle it? How did they show up for you? How did your romantic partner show up for you when that thing that is not so nice, that is not so jolly, when that negative thing happened to you? How did they show up for you? That will determine how they will show up for you when the wahalas in the future come. Because trust me, they will come. You want to surround yourself with people that can handle unpleasantness. You want to surround yourself with people that will not disappear when you see a little shaggy. Because we are becoming the new adults, like I said. Things are going to happen. Some people are going to lose their parents. Some people are going to have parents who have terminal illnesses. Some people are going to be the ones that are dealing with terminal illnesses or brief illnesses. Do you have friends that will be there for you when or if you're admitted in the hospital? Do you have friends that would follow you for a checkup when you're scared? You need someone to hold your hands while you're going through the whole process. Can your romantic partner be that person? You don't want to be with someone that will make you one of those women that when they are sick, they are ill, they have to take care of themselves. There is no one there to spend the night with them when they're admitted in the hospital. You don't want to be in one of those situations where a woman gets a doctor's reports and things are not looking good and her husband disappears. You don't want to be in one of those shoes. And how do you know that? How can you prevent that? You can prevent that by acting now. You can tell when the person you're dating is an insensitive person. You can tell now. You're telling your boyfriend, I have a headache. He's like, okay, use paracetamol. Then he goes on to ask, so what are you wearing? Or you have a friend that you're telling about something bad that has happened to you, a negative experience that you've had, and they conveniently change topic, or they dwell on it, or they just, gloss over it, like, oh, sorry, or they just say, it is well, hey, so let's talk about me now. Yesterday, my boyfriend did not call me in the night. Why did you do that? And you just told her about something bad that you've experienced. You don't want to have friends that you tell something bad that has happened to you and they'll start laughing. Look at people like that. And I know that humor is one of the ways that people use to comfort their friends and stuff, and there are different dynamics in different friendships. But there's a place and time for that. You don't want someone that you just tell, oh, this is something that's happened, and then immediately they're laughing and making jokes about it. You want to be friends with, and you want to be dating or be married to a sensitive person. I cannot think of anything more worse than being married to someone that is insensitive. You will suffer. You will suffer. You're dating someone, you told him you have malaria, and you're still the one that has to call him to remind him to check on you. Be like, hi baby, I told you I had malaria, and you still haven't checked, you haven't even checked up on me since. You have to remind him. How do you think that kind of person will handle pregnancy? How do you think that kind of person will handle it if you have a terminal illness? You want to be friends with people who have emotional intelligence. You want to be friends with people, you want to be friends with people and date people and marry people who are kind, who are sensitive to your needs, who know what to say and what to not say. Now, not everyone is perfect. Not everyone has the whole thing on lock. People might not know what to say. They might not know what to do. But you know when a person is just there for you, when they feel for you, when you're experiencing something bad and you know that they genuinely feel bad for you and they genuinely want to be there for you and they're trying their best to be there for you. Everyone likes a friend that can turn up and be the life of the party, but you want to make sure that when things are not so rosy, you can talk to your friend. You can tell them, I've just been fired at work. And when you're done talking to them, you feel better. Those are the kind of friends that you want to have. As I've said before, things get real as we grow older. You start to realize how life is just filled with so much pain. There are joys, right? But there's also the other side that is not so nice. Things are going to happen to people. Some people are going to, even pregnancy, you're going to see some people through pregnancy, you're going to see them through, some people are going to have miscarriages. Some people are going to have their romantic partners die. Some people are going to have they're going to go through a divorce, a serious breakup. You need people who can be there for you in those moments. And yeah, I know some people will be like, oh, God forbid. Yeah, right. God forbid, right. If only the only thing we have to do to prevent bad things from happening is say, God forbid. I'll be saying God forbid every hour. I'll say, God forbid, God forbid. Not just for me, but even people I love. I say, God forbid every hour. But sadly, the world does not work that way. Things are going to happen, and you want to be surrounded by people who will act as a cushion when these things happen. You need to have people in your life that if anything happens to you, you know that they can be there for your children. That person you want to marry, that person you're dating, if anything happens to you, are they going to be good parents to your child, to your children? Are your friends the kind of people that if anything happens to you, they can still check up on your kids to make sure they're doing okay? Think about it. Think deeply about it. The things and the qualities you looked out for in a friend, in a romantic partner, maybe in uni or secondary school or maybe primary school, they are not the things you should look out for now. What you should be looking for now in any kind of relationship is quality. Quality. Presence. Can they be there for you when you're happy? Can they be there for you when you are not happy? I want to wrap this up by saying people cannot be there for you in the same capacity. You know, life is crazy. life works in mysterious ways, man. At this moment, as I'm recording this video, somebody is dying. And at this very moment, someone else is being born. So my point is, things can never be equal. Things can never be perfect. People cannot be there for you in the most perfect way at all times. For instance, your pregnant friend might not be able to show up for you at your wedding the same way your non-pregnant friend will be able to show up for you, or the same way she would be able to show up for you if she was not pregnant. The way your husband or your boyfriend who has just lost one of his parents will be able to show up for you, maybe after you've gotten a promotion at work or whatever else, will be different from how he would be able to show up for you had he not lost his parents. The way a person will be able to show up for you when they live in the same state as you will not be the same way a person who lives abroad will be able to show up for you. Clearly, someone who is not in the same country as you might not be able to show up for you in the way that someone who is your neighbor will be able to show up. So we need to extend grace to people reasonably. People have stuff going on too, okay? So you might be having the best time of your life, but your friend is experiencing the worst time of her life. She might not be able to show up for you like the friend who is just having a normal day is. You might want to rant about how your day went, but your friend has also gone through a lot. You understand? she might not be able to show up for you like she would show up for you if she had a normal day. So let's learn to respect that you're not the center of the universe, okay? People don't have to perform joy or mourning for your benefit. But we are smart people, right? We can tell when someone is genuinely being there for us. You can tell when someone is genuinely happy for you, even if at that moment they are not happy for themselves or with themselves. Someone can be happy about something that has happened to you while being unhappy about something that happened to them. You can tell when these things are genuine, right? A person who will never be happy for you, they might have everything in the world, they will still not be happy for you. Do you understand? But when someone is going through stuff or they are at the point where they are celebrating, you shouldn't expect that your mood dictates theirs, or that because you're unhappy, everyone else has to be unhappy. It shouldn't work like that. The point is, are they there for you? Are they present for you? Whatever their presence will translate into, that is what is important. And you can tell when someone is making an effort. I think that's like the most important thing. When someone is making an effort, this is that effort that matters. When someone is trying their best. Now, their best on Tuesday might not be their best on Wednesday. Their best in January might not be their best in December. But the point is, they are trying their best that is currently possible. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment and tell me what resonated the most with you. Also, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.